All right, let's talk about the global water crisis. But we're not just looking at a typical documentary today. Nope, we're diving into this really unique, interactive experience. Something designed to make you feel the crisis firsthand, to really understand that every single choice has a consequence.
So the whole thing kicks off with this one chilling line. Talk about setting the stakes, right? This makes it super clear from the get-go, this isn't some distant, abstract problem. It's a reality that's coming at us, and billions of people really, really fast.
And that really is the central challenge, isn't it? I mean, how do you take a massive, super complex issue like this and make it feel personal, make it feel urgent? Well, the answer this experience gives is pretty simple and honestly kind of brilliant. It puts you in the driver's seat.
So here's the most crucial point. You are not just a passive observer here. Not at all. You're an active participant. The decisions you make directly change the story, and that forces you to wrestle with the exact same dilemmas that people on the front lines of this crisis face every single day.
All right, so how does this actually work? Well, the journey begins by taking this massive global issue and bringing it right down to a super personal, everyday reality, your own home. Okay, so the very first choice you have to make is an immediate shock to the system. You're suddenly in charge of a household, say in a drought-stricken part of India or California, and your family's entire water supply for the day is just 50 liters. To put that in perspective, that's about a tenth of what the average person in a developed country uses. So what do? Do you use it to cook, to clean, or just to drink? Suddenly, every single drop matters.
But here's where it gets even more interesting. The crisis isn't just about the water you can see coming out of your tap. Not even close. The biggest part of our water consumption is totally invisible. It's hidden in all the products we buy and use every single day. This is what's known as our hidden water footprint.
Okay, let's take your lunch, for example. The hidden water cost to produce just one single hamburger? A staggering 2,400 liters. Yeah, you heard that right.
Or how about the clothes you're wearing right now? That one simple cotton t-shirt. That's about 2,700 liters of water from the farm to the store shelf.
But this next one is the most mind-blowing of them all. That smartphone in your pocket. Its water footprint is over 12,000 liters. I mean, wow. When you start to see numbers like these, all those daily choices we make, they suddenly feel very, very different, don't they?
So after dealing with those personal choices, the experience scales way up, dropping you right into the middle of these really complex geopolitical conflicts over water.
So, you become a negotiator in something called the river negotiation game. You might have to represent farmers who desperately need water for their crops. Or maybe you're representing a huge growing city that needs drinking water. Or you could even be the government, just trying to stop a conflict over a major river like the Nile or the Colorado. And let me tell you, you learn very quickly just how easily these disputes can blow up.
And then you get this incredible tool, the virtual aquifer map. Think of it like a 3D interactive globe that shows you, in real time, just how fast our underground water reserves are disappearing. You can click on these hot zones like Lake Chad or California, and you can literally watch our planet's freshwater savings account just drain away.
Okay, but it's not all just about what's happening right now. The simulation then pushes you to look ahead, to make choices that are going to shape the world of tomorrow.
So right here, you're presented with 3 possible paths forward. Do you go with business as usual and just watch the simulations of what that means? Mass migrations, extreme droughts, or maybe you bet on global cooperation, investing in big shared solutions, or do you go for the techno-fix future, putting all your faith in AI-managed grids and new tech? You have to vote on a path, and then you have to watch the consequences play out.
And speaking of that tech stuff, there is a really hopeful part called the Water Tech Lab. This is where you actually get to play around with and virtually fund these incredible innovations. We're talking solar-powered desalination, fog catchers that literally pull water out of thin air, AI systems that detect leaks. You can see for yourself how this stuff could really change our future. Okay, so everything we've talked about, it all leads to the ultimate challenge. This is the climax of the entire experience, where everything you've learned is about to be put to the test.
And then, it happens. Day 0. The message is stark and simple. The taps have run dry. There is no more water coming into your city. The entire system has collapsed.
And the question is thrown right at you. What do you do? This isn't theoretical anymore. This is about your immediate, personal survival.
And your options? They're grim. Do you queue for hours for government rations?
Do you try to buy water on the black market where prices have skyrocketed? Do you risk digging an illegal well? Or do you join a riot to demand access? Every single path you choose uncovers these brutal truths about inequality and what people are willing to do just to survive.
So after going through that incredibly intense climax, what's the big takeaway? What's the point of it all? Well, it all boils down to one simple but really powerful idea.
This is the core message right here. This whole experience isn't about predicting some doomed, inevitable future. No, it's about showing us that the future is the direct result of the choices we're all making right now, every single day.
And in the end, it leaves you with this one final, really provocative question. After everything you've just been through, the personal choices, the global negotiations, the day zero survival scenario, how you answer this question, well, it might be fundamentally different now. It forces you to think not just about water, but about what it is we truly value most.